Free Dota. Adam, how are you feeling for the Riyadh Masters, man?
Ooh, more international tournaments. Let's go, baby.
Let's go! We've obviously, of course, had ourselves the Two Good series by T and Nomad. They covered both Team Aster versus Virtus Pro, then Virtus Pro versus Entity. But we actually have more for Entity and Team Aster to come, because the game that we've got coming up next, Adam, is Execration versus Team Aster. How do you think this game is going to treat us? Do you think we're in for an exciting game here, or do you think it's going to be even Stevens?
I don't know, man. Exclamations played 2 series already, and they're currently 0-4. Aster, on the other hand, are 3-1. They're looking pretty good, taking some games off both TSM and 2-0 against VP. Spoiler alert, sorry. I can't say
So
they've
we're
played
up for
like
an exciting game then.
I don't know. Because I feel like Aster's good, but they haven't played like strong teams, But Excavation, they've played Liquid, and I guess they played TSM as well. So both teams kind of showing a bit there against TSM. Aster definitely the more favorite team in this matchup, I would say.
From the games that you've seen, both, of course. Actually, let's start with Team Aster, of course. I don't think we've actually seen Execration play. That was obviously, of course, on another stream. Unless you did watch it, then
I
it's
did
handy
not.
for me to ask.
I
You
did
haven't?
not.
Okay. Did you at least see the Aster one?
Yeah, I did. I was
Okay.
very curious
So,
how the roster looked with Kaka.
oh yeah, especially with Kaka coming in as well. How do you think the team's been doing so far? I mean, it's only, of course, early days. Day one within the Riyadh Masters at the moment. We're only through 2 series, but from their performance, do you think we'll be in for an interesting game here against Execration?
Most likely, yeah. I think it's interesting for Aster because they are making this roster change, right? This is like the first actual tournament with Kaka after their roster change post Bali. So I guess it's a lot of like a warm up on stage for them. Not stage, but like an international event, And I feel like Kaka, he's one of those players that he has a very good track record. Every team he's joined in the past years, they end up going to TI, even though he plays like maybe 4 heroes all the time. Like Kaka's known for that, but he makes the team better. And I'm curious to see what kind of impact he has with Aster.
Yeah, for sure. Are you quite intrigued with the performance that he's done so far throughout the team? Because we've only seen him play a couple of games here at the moment, but we're looking to see more. How do you think his synergy with the team is at the moment, especially coming in just now?
I feel like they haven't really been tested. It's kind of hard to say, but they look okay as a team. There's definitely a bit of lag between movements, I think, when I watch them play. Like you can see like people are not on the same page or not clear about what needs to happen or wants to happen. And it does they look a bit worse than they were in Bali, I would say.
Oh, okay. You think they look a little bit worse in Bali?
Slightly, yes.
Slightly. Okay. Well, speaking of course, then we're going to go to Execration now. Speak a little bit about them. Do you think that maybe perhaps Execration comes at the top against Aster, or do you think this is between both teams? That Aster, which team has got to put more effort into the game? That's what I'm trying to say here. So,
I feel
from your experience,
Aster is definitely a favorite, right? I think Execration. Like, I'm looking at their drafts, and I feel like I don't really see their identity as much as before. They also are. I'm not sure if this is a roster change, but they're playing with a stand-in. BDZ is actually not playing. Abing is playing in place of BDZ as the post 5 role. He also coached the team in the past for a short stint. And I don't know, they just don't look very together as a team right now.
Okay, so one team that obviously, of course, you said that doesn't look very good, not very good together, not very, of course, synergized with each other at the moment, and especially with Kaka coming in as well on Aster, along with Samil on the 2. He's been, on the team for a couple of months around here right now, so pretty much we could be looking for an even game then from the conclusion that we bring to what we've just been speaking about, right?
Most likely, yeah. Most likely. I still favor Aster here. I think it's so hard to be on the side of Execration. Their land performance have been, I don't know, just not up to par. I think.
Hey, don't at them right now. We'll see, because we're gonna get Game 3 underway on the stream D here, ladies and gentlemen. Execration versus Team Aster, with already the first pick stage coming out straight away. Medusa and Undying picked up here on Execration. In return, Team Aster, they're gonna go with the Clockwork and Snapfire here. Snapfire being one of those flex picks that you can pull out every now and again and put on multiple positions if you choose.
Yeah, snap clock is something they ran earlier against VP in their victory. I think look at their drafts. They like this Snapfire lost a lot of damage. They run it with the Mars most of the time. Faceless Void Mars is their go-to. Both games actually with Snap. Wonder if we'll see Execration remove those heroes this time. It's pretty nice against the Medusa as well, the Mars.
What heroes have you been seeing a lot at the moment here, Adam? What do you think they want to ban on either side of the team?
I think you just want to target what Aster has been playing. Like the last time I played Snapfire was Mars Faceless Void. Mars Faceless Void. And then they just it's a lot of team fight and laning, right? And then they last pick Sumail. That's the
Yeah.
strat for Aster is what it looks like so far. So I think that's something that Execration can look to cover bases on, like ban the team fight, try to match with your own team fight, and maybe some heroes, something to help Bob out a bit in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Team Aster's turn to ban.
And going into the second stages of the bans here, Anti-Mage and Darkseer banned out here on Execration. In return, Team Aster, they will ban out the Beastmaster.
Yeah, Beast one of the better heroes at just accelerating Medusa's timing. Tino has also shown that he's very confident on this hero. We saw so many games played where they were like losing, and then he has this eggs, and the team just starts grouping up, and he becomes this monster. I feel like Execration's probably most important player. I would say Tino. He seems to dictate a lot of pace of the game, and when he's playing some like Underlord or Visage, maybe it's not that easy.
What, even being as a position 3, you think he's the most impactful player?
I think when he plays the beast, he is for sure because you can tell that the team
Oh,
is
right,
just
okay.
playing around. He's like Aghanims timing, like it's very clear. And I don't know if he's like making calls in the game, but he's definitely the one like running in and he's strong.
Uh-huh.
So Execration looked the best when Tino's playing these heroes that can kind of play up. I think Tino and Shanks were always the most standout duo for me for this roster.
Especially with of course, we've had a quite long while now, ever since, the big patch. It came out, and either side of all the teams actually being able to get quite comfortable at the moment. Do you think we're still sticking to around meta picks here at the moment in the Radio Masters, or do you feel like it's more comfortable picks at the moment? Because obviously, of course, when the patch came out, people were using these heroes, which are very, very good, especially within that current meta at the moment. But now, as time's gone by, people are starting to pick more comfortable things that they themselves like to play.
I feel like most teams that don't have identity are probably just gonna follow what happened in Bali. I think teams with identity generally stick to what they want to play. I think Aster's a good example of that. I think Extreme Gaming is a good example of that. Like these teams, they have their own heroes. They don't really care about the meta that much, but they also try to have a play style that can at least play against the heroes in the meta.
Yeah.
Aster, go for the Tide here again. Just team fight, team fight, team fight, team fight. I wonder if
And we've seen it
Aster will
all
go
too well.
PL. I feel like PL in SCA was a big counter to this Dusan dying.
Really?
It was at some point. Am I mistaken? Oh no, that was the Morphling. I apologize.
Okay, and the Rubik gets picked up here. So some very, very nice steals here. Not only Hookshot Cogs, Ravage, Mortimer's Kisses, Snapfire Cookie. A lot to play around with here on the Rubik, with only 3 heroes being shown on Aster. Still more to steal.
5 seconds remaining.
The supports look scary, Adam. Rubik and Undying. I mean,
Yeah.
Rubik, I feel like he didn't used to be as good back in the day, like maybe around about 2 or 3 years ago, but ever since now he started to play on the 4 and 5 position, I feel like he's just really, really impactful now. And anytime he right clicks you, it feels like a tank's hitting you.
I'm not a huge fan of the hero, and I feel these supports because they don't get level 6 as fast, and Rubik's a hero that you kind of want your 6 as soon as you can because it's like a second spell, right?
Yeah.
But like these disruptor heroes, the level 6 heroes don't feel very good this patch because even Wisdom Rune, you're kind of like level 4.5, level 5. And this timing where the cores are strong and you're relying on ultimate, it's very hard to get the level on your supports. I also want to say that Execration's lineup does not have damage right now. At least for when this Tide's gonna have a pretty good lane. He's gonna get some pipe, some halberd. It looks Execration need a Tide killer. They go for a Pango.
You think Tide will have an okay lane against the Medusa? Because usually if you do spam out the Mystic Sneak in, you do have Undying on your lane. I feel like Tide Hunter can be threatened quite a bit by that.
I think you're definitely fine with Snapfire as well. Gush and Snapfire are really strong.
5 seconds remaining.
So they can definitely tell the Undying then get lost as he comes by with the Decay.
I think the lane gets easier as it goes on. Like there, it reaches a point where Tide just gets to stay there. Like sure, level 1, level 2, a lot of decay, a lot of right clicks, you go low, regen up a bit. Level 2, level 3, you're like kind of whatever. Then you get this ring. We see a lot of this Meteor Hammer build up on the Tide Hunter. He gets the Ring of Health, maybe level 1 or 2 Kraken Shell. Does not really care about the lane anymore.
We have ourselves a Pangolier as well with the 4th pick coming out for Execration. As that's definitely their damage now with a little bit of control as well with the Rolling Thunder, but definitely ticks the box of the damage dealer. But speaking of damage dealers, Aster, they get themselves the Monet Morphling coming out here, the double M.
Pretty sick Morphling game. Good against the Universal Medusa. You can steal Tombstone early. No real threat on Execration to kill you right now. Sure, Diffusal Pango is annoying, but
5
that's
seconds
about
remaining.
all they have right now.
Aster's turn to ban.
They have nerfed the stat steal though for the Agnems. Instead of 20%, it is 10%. Would you still want to use Replicate on Medusa here, or would you want to be going for another hero like Pangolier, for example?
You definitely still go Dusa because you steal the attack speed. It's still pretty relevant.
Okay.
Visage band. Heroes protect the Morphling. I wonder if they'll ban the PL actually. I see a world where Execration just put his Dusa offlane. Wonder if it's in their wheelhouse to do that.
5
Because
seconds
based on
remaining.
Heroes Tino pool, I feel like there's only Enigma and Visage left.
But speaking with this Morphling of how it's being picked up here by Aster, Execration, they will be able to use it a little bit to their advantage. Of course, you can steal the attribute shift on the Rubik and make yourself a lot more tanky. And being a tanky Rubik very early on is one of the most annoying things to deal against, actually, because very early on, you know, it's the magical damage that deals the kills, gets the gold, able to push on. And physical damage, not that much, unless you've got something, I don't know, like a level 4 headshot sniper around about 10 minutes with a Mask of Madness. There's your physical damage. But if you can get my point, most of it's magical. And with Rubik stealing the attribute shift and getting himself some extra tankiness with shifting into the strength attribute, then he's going to be able to tank up a lot more. Effectively, he may even be able to dish out a gank here from Team Aster.
To look at the bans from Execration, they actually think it's a Sumail Morphling here. Trying to ban to protect Tino's hero, whatever they are last picking. Enigma and Visage are removed though. Yeah, that's really odd to me because I feel like Aster is banning for the Morphling safe lane, like with this Visage and Enigma, but Execration are just removing carries here.
Who do you think the better Morphling player is?
Team Aster's turn
Monet
to
or
ban.
Palos?
No, Monet or Sumail.
Probably Monet, right? I don't think Sumail's been playing any morph. I have not seen it.
No, I haven't, but I know he does play it. Not majorly. But Axe comes out. That is a great pick here to catch out this Morphling. So obviously, of course, they have themselves a great initiation now, the Axe. Of course, there is that precedent of trying to get enough gold in enough time to come online. Because, of course, if you got yourself a Vanguard and you absolutely smashed on the lane as an Axe, you're not really able to deal much. I think you've had it all too well, Adam, and I think the audience can agree as well if they have had themselves an Axe on the off lane. He's got himself a Vanguard. He's 0-2. Where is he? He's in the jungle? What's he doing there? Axe, he gets himself a Blink Dagger at 23 minutes, and, you know, he hasn't even got a blade
23
mail.
minutes.
Choose your hero.
Oh, they go for an Ember. Okay. I expected some like Storm Quap or even I think OD could have been pretty cool, but Aster just want this Spirit to probably punish Tino, I think, is what they're looking to do here. Good lane against Bob as well. A lot of wave push. Something that Aster kinda lacked. Also another hard to kill hero here.
Definitely. So out of the draft, what would you say is the strongest here? Of course, they've got themselves some really nice catch here with Tino. You have mentioned him being, a very great pos 3 player on the side of Execration. Would you say his axe is going to deliver, or are you unsure and want to see how this event turns out?
No, I've not seen him play his hero before. I think this is his first time playing in competitive Dota.
Really?
At least in the past, at least this patch or previous patch, I've not seen Tino play X.
Okay, we're in some exciting times then. If you haven't seen him play Axe, I'm pretty excited to see how this one turns out because the pressure's on. I mean, of course, if you don't
You're
play yourself a hero
excited.
all that much, yeah, you got to. Oh my gosh, did you actually just use that pun? Actually, get out.
You said it first, man. Come on.
But yeah, you feel that maybe perhaps Execration has the upper hand here, especially if they do get themselves a good game with the Axe, because I feel like they get themselves an early Blink and Blade Mail, it can have major impacts here on not only the Ember, but the Morphling as well. I mean, especially the Morphling, if you're not able to activate your attribute shift very fast. But I gotta say, in my defense, I think that Monet, he's one of the best Morphlings in Dota 2, so I would pretty much say he's hot on the keys with this attribute shift. I think he can do it, but, under pressure, things can change. Mistakes can occur. You can potentially get the kill, so we'll see nonetheless.
I feel like what's gonna happen in this game is this Tide Hunter's gonna have a okay lane, and he's gonna get Ring of Health at some point, and Kaka is just gonna go to the top lane and kill Tino with this Snap Clockwork over and over again. Clockwork Snap are so good at killing eggs. Just cookie into Battery Assault Cock. Sure, you have the Rubik lift away, but that's your X not farming. I feel like Aster has set up for really good lanes. This Thai lane is gonna leak onto top or mid, and Sumil over this Pangolier. Ember versus Pango is slightly Ember favorite. You get rune control too. And I feel like Execration's draft, even though they can play from behind, they're very reliant on this Axe Dagger to take team fights.
Yeah, because I feel like if they don't get the Axe online, then what do they really have? It's just going to be, of course, Bob on the Pangolier. Like, what else can he do? He's got to make sure that he gets himself a Diffusal Blade. If Axe is having a bad time, then he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
I also feel like this is Ravage is like a god spell this game. There's no BKB buyers on Execration. Dusa doesn't really want to buy BKB. Pango X, maybe X eventually, sure, but how do you take team fights early into the Aster lineup? Especially with this hammer coming out from XXS, he has it queued up. Gonna be a lot of tower pressure.
What's the lane of interest, Adam? What are we looking at today?
It'll be top lane at 3 minutes, man, when Kaka goes over. After XXS gets his ring. That's the Gush level 1 skilled, actually.
Okay, well, meanwhile, the decay's starting to come in. As you said, this lane is going to get much better as the XP progresses for this Snapfire and the Tide, right?
Yeah, I think Dusa's gonna do fine, but the problem is once Tides gets ring, like, he can kind of live alone down here, even though it's against Undying. No real kill threat from these heroes. Oh, top lane, Pichu, the Career Slayer is gonna get both? Nope.
No, he's not. The other one escapes. So we'll try and force away Shanks here with the Battery Assault. It's only level 1, so doesn't deal that much here at the moment, but nonetheless making space for Monet here. I mean, especially a level 1 Morph. Kind of difficult to last hit, especially with the fact that they did remove the bonus attributes when you do level the attribute shift, so you become a lot squishier. And that affects you, become a lot easier target when trying to last hit early on.
That is very true. Big wave coming in for Tino, so it's pretty even so far.
Both mid lanes got their bottles now as well. I don't know if this is going to be a very passive lane. I mean, already I did see Samil lose 2/3 of his HP at level 1, and already Bob coming in with that shield crash and the swashbuckle as well. We'll be able to get that water rune there. In return, though, there is a water rune bottom for Samil. I mean, Kaka.
Damn, he actually went for a rune.
Yeah.
It's pretty uncommon to see supports move over at 2 minutes. One lane, Abeng doing a real good job of zoning here. XXS is close to the ring, but Level-wise, 1 on Kaka and 2 on XXS.
As last hit wise, Pango, he's doing all right here. Bob with 5 denies. Meanwhile, top lane though, they have caught themselves shanks in the cogs. Monet, he will try and attempt to go for the kill. He has put 2 points into adaptive strike though, so won't be able to use anything like waveform. Has not leveled it. Has to be careful of this counter helix as well. I mean, it's only level 1 for crying out loud, and to do that damage already to Monet, it's scary.
He's fine. It's just more fling things.
Well, mid lane
Just
though,
Lotus and Pichu.
there's some pokes. There's some pokes. Very fire used there from
Sumail.
Sumail. Bob wants to try and find the kill, but he doesn't have himself enough mana here for a shield crash or a swashbuckle. Both of them toying with each other here.
Calculated. Sumail will go for the bounty rune top, and meanwhile bot lane, is Kaka gonna make a run for it?
I mean, maybe perhaps they'll go on the Undying here now. Yeah, they're going to use the Gush. But no points put into Snapfire Cookie or the Little Shredder. Of course, saving that value point there in case, you know, the Undying wants to put up a tombstone there and would be able to take out easy. So they will save that value point on the Snapfire for now.
Palos has not really been CSing well down here, considering there's not much pressure on him.
Precious bounty.
Goes for the stick first too, so pretty low in damage. Bacillus and stick. Maybe just won the mana with the Undying.
Yeah.
Pretty uncommon build actually.
It's not doing that bad, and XSS is doing okay here. I mean, especially with that Ringer health that you mentioned here, Adam is able to withstand on this lane here. Tino, also on this top lane, also on his way to try and get himself this Vanguard. Has been having an okay time, hasn't been very much punished here, but the question is he going to be able to get his Blink and his Blade Mail quite early on? Because still, even with this
Bob.
Vanguard,
Mid lane.
don't use it effectively.
Bob actually TPs to base. So sequence of events there is that Sumail went for the top war rune and Kaka went bottom, so Bob did not get a refill, nor did he get the bounty rune refill.
Oh, that's not good.
Forced to TP back on. Look what Sumail did, he dragged the wave, so Bob's gonna miss the whole wave here. So it's gonna allow Sumail to hit 6 first.
That's pretty nice.
Bottom lane, Abing.
He might be dead here.
There's a
Snapfire
grenade.
Cookie. And they will find the kill there indeed. The Anchor Smash claims the life of the Undying. First blood for XSS.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See, that one's another tongue twister, Adam. You say XXS really fast.
XXS.
Sound like you're laughing like Nix.
XXS. That's true.
It does.
Nix.
But meanwhile, speaking of XXS, the Tombstone comes out along with the Blood Grenade. They're going to try and
Kaka.
commit onto the Tide right now. Slowed down there by the Mystic Snake. Another Decay comes out.
Top
They
lane
will
as well.
get the kill. Because the
Two separate
Snapfire
targets, though.
rotated top as Tino in some trouble.
Radiant's top tower.
He's going to fall to Monet.
Oh,
Dire's middle
It's a
tower
2
this
for
is
1.
a big kill. Siege Catapult wave. Triple creep wave. Zoning the Pango as well. Kaka just spot him out.
I mean,
It's a
Bob
lot of
could get a
pressure
kill.
here.
Pichu,
Oh,
Rolling Thunder. It comes out. Going to try and attempt to get the clockwork now. Can the clock avoid? Oh no! Oh no! Can't get through! Can't get through! I mean, if he's going to die anyway. There's no way. Yeah. Actually, fade bolted there by Shank. So Bob is not going to get the kill.
poor Bob.
Poor Bob.
That's a lot of damage on the tower for what I say is a very cheap rotation. The DD Pango running over as well. We do get the D ward.
How would you feel if
No.
you were this Pango? Like you committed like around about like 40 seconds
I
of
would
time?
I would pause the game. How dare you?
Like support just comes in, beams your kill. It's like, so what?
Typical Rubik players, man.
Typical.
honestly. It's only Rubik players who do this.
Okay, so we did mention that Tino wants to get, you know, his items pretty fast because Axe, he needs that time in order to have that impact. As you can see, using this Vanguard quite effectively here by getting some stacks, and that is a big ancient stack there. Meanwhile, though, on the bottom,
Sumail?
they're trying
Middle
to
lane,
attempt to go for
Sumail
XSS.
going for Bob.
Kaka will be able to kill that tombstone there. The Meteor Hammer, they're going to turn it around here, catching Abeng within the cogs. And it will be a kill indeed. Meanwhile, we also miss a kill onto the Pangolier mid lane. Samil able to actually solo kill him here.
Yeah, Sumil was just poking him, and then I think he realized what was happening bot, so he went to commit for a kill. Bob had no mana. Sumil, after a really good game, this Pango had to rotate, he missed the wave mid, and now 1k net worth gap. Someone has to deal with this mid wave. Abeng will TP over bot lane.
Meteor Hammer does connect. But a rotation for Palos. Bob is here, just in case.
That's your Pango TP. Now top lane, look how fast Aster is on this. They forced the TP bottom on Bob, and then here comes top lane.
Tino, he will use the Berserker's call there. Going to try and run into the tree line here. But a remnant there by Samil. Will stay on top of Tino, but a lovely telekinesis will push the Ember back. Still going to try. Oh dear, the adaptive strike is not enough, and Shanks may survive here as well. Never mind. The slider fist.
Oh, they see the ancients.
Oh, they do. I mean, they definitely can't take it.
Yeah, they can. But the thing is, with the pressure from this top lane constantly coming in, like if Morph keeps shoving, like it's easy to contest, you know. At some point, XXS can port over with Ravage, Anchor Smash. I don't know if Execration can actually take a fight there.
And we've got XXS on the bottom lane, utilizing that Meteor Hammer to try and get this bottom tier 1 tower now. But eventually, if they do rotate the tide top, maybe perhaps they can attempt to kill the Ancients here. I don't know what Execration are going to do to try and take this out, because neither side, I feel, are ready. I think they'd have to 5-man the Ancients down.
Yeah, but look what Aster's doing. Instead of like pressuring for the Ancients, they're just pressuring every lane. So Milk keeps hitting mid tower, XSS pressuring bot, and the supports are top with Monet. So just kind of choking Execration in on time. You don't want them to have time to just kind of free up and take map.
Oh, speaking of this, as you say, applying that pressure there. As Abeng not able to use the Tombstone because of that battery assault. Meanwhile, though, rotation there from Bob, the Rolling Thunder, hasn't been committed
does
yet.
Not care.
Samil is still fine.
He's gonna find himself a Shiro run too, so more pressure, more TPs forced by Execration, but they are not fight ready. They are far from fight ready, in fact. Look at Bob's net worth, man. Trying to rush the defusal now, but this is a budget item build.
It's below Axe. It's below Tino. Not the greatest. And the blink is still a while away also.
My jungle. Abeng.
Got the Searing Chains there, and maybe a most definite kill onto the Undying. Oh, nice Berserker's call. Abeng is still alive, actually survives with thanks to that tower protection.
Oh, he didn't chain.
And he didn't get the kill.
It's fine. Dominance established. That's what matters. Oh, Bob. This kind of deep,
Bob. Adventurous, yeah, I know, but
yeah, better run, Bob.
Oh, that blood grenade doesn't hit. They didn't get the Searing Chains either. Bob is completely fine. Uh-oh, Tino's been scouted out. He's getting it pretty quick, though.
Monet's here, though.
Uh-oh. I mean, Shank's trying to help here, but the waveform forward. Shanks is okay. They will take most of that ancient camp there, but still, Monet having a great time at the moment here. 6,600 gold beyond the Medusa, but now we have this Yasha on Palos. We should start to see this Medusa's farm accelerate now.
I like what XXS has queued up. I feel like so many tides they go for his pipes and help. I love this Blink Dagger here. They're so strong, this player team.
Oh gosh, and Abeng's gonna die as well. Oh, the Meteor Hammer just connects. Do they have any more? Samil comes forward with the Slider Fist.
Remember Spirit.
They do find Kaka. Low on the side of Execration in return. Bang will
You
fall.
know, it's
It will be
Blink
a
on the
1-for-1. The Ravage ready here for defensive
the
reasons.
dagger.
I don't know if they want to use it here.
They're camping the remnant.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a complete standoff here, Adam. Family observer. Oh, the Ravage comes out with the Searing Chains, and look at that! They get themselves a pick off onto Bob.
Standoff no more.
Will commit the Ravage for that, though. But look
Yeah,
at this
Monet's...
control that they have, Adam. Look at this. We've got Monet here, forming like the ancient left-on side of Execration.
Yeah, they just understand that Execration need this left triangle, and as long as Ravage up, they can't do anything. I say that, but the Ravage is now down.
Yeah, it's done.
You'll see Paulo slowly make his way to the triangle farming simulator.
Manta style very soon for the Medusa. We'll be able to start pushing waves there with the multi-shots. Increase that net worth even further. Slowly catching up here to the Morphling right now.
Diffusal almost completed for Bob too, so hitting some timings. How's Aster doing? Close to mech on Kaka. Dagger for XXS. Maelstrom for Sumil, and almost Manta for Monet, so they are kind of strong as well. House has a Diffusal queued up. Double Diffusal versus the Morphling. Status strat here.
Do have a Maelstrom though now. Oh, Bob did actually try to jump to the high ground there with the shield crash. Wasn't able to.
Tower is under attack.
XXS is really showing dominance here. You can see this. Not a care in the world.
Oh, one lane Kaka.
Berserker's
Go too
cool.
far, buddy.
Can they get the kill? Yes, they can. The Culling Blade will chop Kaka in half.
Top tower is under
Oh, their rotation here for
Palos.
Palos.
Oh, the hook
TP.
shot, the hook shot.
Oh, no! That was so close.
There was 0.1 second difference. I was like clicking on both of them. Oh man, that's really close. Very
That was-
ballsy move from Palos.
That was impeccably close. Meanwhile, I don't know if some Miller's been scouted out here. They don't have themselves a sentry.
Setting up for Tino, I think. No one's really in the vicinity. Kaka is TPing over. Is he gonna get the ruins to Mail?
He is. He snatches it. Berserker's Cool comes out. Where's the rotations to help Tino? There's only Shanks in range here. It may just look like Tino will fall here. I mean, a lovely swashbuckle coming out there from Bob. The Rolling Thunder now as well. Tino just able to survive by the skin of his
Oh,
teeth
my.
there. And blinks away. Oh my gosh. Avoids Samil. They
No
won't
way.
find the kill.
Oh man, that was...
Oh, top lane though. Jesus, Palos. Look at Palos' mana. Where is it? Is it existent?
It's fine, has the stick, has the Lotus. Though Kaka was a bit too overconfident there. I want to give the kill to Sumail. But Shanks came in with the lift and it's a bit too much. Unfortunate for Aster.
There's a smoke play now from Execration, the Undying and the Axe. Axe is ready, Tino. He's very close to his blade mail, but has the blink ready. Really wants to try and find this Morphling here. They commit the scan.
This is a very odd smoke. This is not the kill duo I would have had in mind. Axe Undying.
It is a pretty
Do open
interesting
up
kill
the-
duo.
Yeah, they do open up the map for Palos. So it's very close to this diffusal.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they did
Oh,
go
hook
for an
shot?
attempted hook shot there from Pichu, but just missing Shanks there.
Do you know what Pichu means?
I don't.
It means the ball.
The ball,
Yeah, that's literally what his name means. The ball.
of course. What's actually your favorite Dota 2 player name? Do you have one?
I'll get back to you on that.
Thanks, Adam.
After they catch Palos. No
Yeah, they
hook
may
shot,
do.
though.
Oh, they're going to commit the Ravage here with the Mortimer's Kisses. Will they be able to
Yes,
find
take
this
charges
Medusa?
and Lotus.
Still able to survive through it, but no mana remaining. Palos will
They're
finally
so
fall, but in
close.
return, they'll get a kill onto 2, possibly 3 here as
Stolen
XXS is going to try and
kisses.
TP, but cancelled by the Rolling Thunder there from Bob. They will avenge their fallen Medusa and find themselves 3 here on the side of
Dire's
Execration.
top tower is under attack.
God damn, this is just a typical Execration game, honestly. Lose the early game, you know, game slows down, suddenly networks kind of even, and then boom, one fight.
Boom, 1-5.
Nicely done by them, but unfortunately don't get the 2 bigger kills, but that is Ravage down. And Diffusal is completed on Medusa and the Pango, so let's see what they want to do here.
Have you seen what Palace is going for?
Diffusal?
Diffusal.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. The double Diffusal. I mean, it's a pretty cost-efficient item in terms of damage. It's also nice to have this double Diffusal mana burn against the Morph, I guess. Don't hate it.
Do you think it's effective enough though? 'Cause it's quite a bit of gold. Possibly get
What else
something
could he go for? Scotty? I think it's.
Well, I think
he
Scotty.
needs 1 item before Scotty. Scotty feels like it's too much gold and too long, you know. I think this gives them a timing. Like now he has this Diffusal, X has Blade Mail, Pango has Diffusal too, and you can kind of just go.
Okay. I mean, this is kind of a little bit of a throwback here, but do you ever remember TI9 Grand Finals when Thompson built a Diffusal Blade onto Gyrocopter and it was the mana burn?
Bristleback.
Yeah, on the Bristleback. Maybe, you know, maybe it's that
mid lane.
situation.
Hold up, ult. Alright, the Undying X duo not really working out here. Sumail's like, what up?
Yeah, they found
Oh,
a kill.
Sumail? Is he gonna go more? He wants more.
No, you'll get back. Don't be too greedy there on Sumail.
I need a player cam. Wonder why his reaction was that. Smoke from Execration. Looking to punish.
Pichu? They might find Pichu.
Do they want Pichu though?
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Pings on mid lane.
Or
TP
maybe
from
perhaps
Abeng. Oh, they
Sumail?
might get Sumail here.
Sumail? Maybe Sumail? Okay, they'll instantly go for Kakat. And Axe already committed the blink there. Tino, he will be on a killing spree.
That was pretty lucky. Definitely would have got Sumail if Kaka didn't run into them.
Yeah, it's a phrase that I like to say, task failed successfully right there. Tanking the gank, but not realizing that you tanked the gank. Oh. Meanwhile though, Bob
They find
and
Bob.
Pichu, they found each other. He's going to commit the Rolling Thunder here, Bob, and he does not.
Oh.
He doesn't have himself a TP.
The friend is over. And I was wondering what the second Rolling Thunder was. Just your boy Roshan going home.
Are they going to go for the Roshan though? They know the Rolling Thunder's down. They think Pangolier has gone back to base and TP'd away, but he didn't have himself the TP at the time. Are they aware of this Roshan happening? I mean, Bob will get
What
back
can they
now.
do though? House is in top lane. Sumail still chilling.
Good. It's not a good thing to fight into. This Roshan is
So
going to be
slow
falling.
Execration.
They're going to use a smoke here. They are not going to get there in time, Adam. This is going to be a
Kaka's
Roshan
running
for
out.
Aster.
Trying desperately to break the smoke Kaka. They still won the fight though.
Maybe. They do a smoke
Not
of their
without
own.
the Lusa, I think.
Oh, and Bob's revealed himself. He's going to be Searing chained up here. Do they have any more follow-up on Aster? Not in range to do so. Oh, never mind. Hookshot comes down onto Bob. Bob is going to be able to swashbuckle away, though, nonetheless. As now, Aster coming forward. They take down the tombstone. Ravage is ready with the blink.
Alright, Pipe and Aghanim's for Monet is on the way. Pipe for XXS. Sage and Kaya complete on Sumail. Big timing here. Egg is in tow.
Don't know if they want to do anything now, because XXS has revealed himself on the mid, and Palos is away, so I don't know if Execration want to leave this. They kind of got mixed feelings right now, whether they want to defend this tier 2 or not. And they don't have 2 of their cores with them right now.
It looks like Aster doesn't want to force too much as well. Just Monet TP's top. Might bump into Palos here. He does ping the Medusa.
Oh yeah, he does. Stealing the Medusa stats there, comes forward now. Wants to try and take down the Medusa. Monet does.
Team is
But in comes a
coming.
rotation. XXS. He has himself the Ravage with the blink there. Meteor Hammer coming down as well. And Hookshot
Oh, the
can they
call.
mount through this mana, but a Berserker's Call coming out to do that. Are they going to be able to take down Morphing? Yes, they are! Morphing will be taken out. And look at this. Palos is going to be able to survive with the Aegis of Immortality, bringing Monet back alive. Jumping forward along with Samil as well. Wants to try and find Tino. Tino is indeed going to fall. Palos trying to get himself back. Is going to be slowed down there by the Gush as they want to go forward for more with this double damage onto Samil. They will be able to take down Pichu here.
Wants Palos so bad.
But Palos looks like he will be able to... Never
they-
mind. Look at the searing chain. Duration. Locking in Palos there. Doesn't have himself a
Palos,
lot of mana
he's
remaining.
solo,
Does
yes,
have
take.
himself the magic wand waving forward. Got the adaptive strike there, but still not enough to take down this Medusa. Has now made perhaps they'll try and turn their attention onto Morphing. Monet is
diffusal.
on his own. Waveform is indeed on cooldown. Can they melt this mana, Bob? He doesn't have himself enough mana, so is not going to further pursue here, because obviously, of course, they have to respect Samil in these backlines here, who still had himself that double damage.
I'm kind of worried for Aster. That was DD, Ember Spirit, Aegis, and a pretty okay initiation on the Dusa. Do they have damage to take down Dusa? There's no kisses, I guess. Kaka going for the Aghanims. Interesting.
Never refuse gold. Give it.
Maybe we need a damage item on Morphling. I think we were saying that here. I mean, I know you got yourself the stat steal from the Aghanims and, slow the attack speed, but that's around about it here on the Morphling. You really don't have much. Really need something like, the Skadi or something like a Daedalus to burst through this mana shield.
Speaking of Skadi, you look at Palos. He has it completed pretty much. 200 gold away. Execration looking like they're in a pretty good spot right now. This Medusa is coming online pretty nicely. Of course, Aster does have ways to deal with this hero. The Anchor Smash, the Morph.
I've just scouted out here, Adam. Kaka is indeed going for that Aghanims. So we'll be able to get the gobble up here with the Tide. That's going to be juicy.
I think it's more of a save for X. I actually don't understand why he's going for
Oh,
X.
hook shot. Misses Tino. Tino blinks away. No opportunity to kill the Axe there. But it's kind of intriguing that they had themselves this Aegis. It felt like Aster were in a good place, but when they went to teamfight, it just felt like they didn't have enough damage. I mean, Samil even had a DD for crying out loud. So what do Aster need to do differently here, Adam, in order to win themselves a teamfight?
It's the initiation, right? Like, it was kind of rushed. You also need to watch out for Tino.
Yeah.
This call into Stone Gaze, when Palos, he has Nerf now. His call into Stone Gaze is a free turn to Stone because you are always facing the Dusa, the X call. Something that they have to be very careful about.
Yeah, that Berserk is cool and scary.
Prefer CXXS not use Ravage for a single pick-off, instead keep it for a team fight. He has the Tendrils of the Deep now, picks up the shard, so it's not gonna need a pop Ravage that early anymore.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
So what's the plan here for Aster? They're still hanging around bottom here. The tier 2 is still standing, but
Radiant's bottom tower
XXS is going to try and push in here with the Meteor Hammer.
is under attack.
And a Manta style being finished on Bob. Hashtag Universal Hero. I haven't seen a Manta though on the Pango in a while. Speaking of Execration though, they are smoked up. They want to defend this tier 2 tower. They have dealt some considerable damage to it, but Aster, they feel something's off. They will back themselves off a little bit. They have themselves a really nice observer ward here on the cliff.
I'm truly worried for Aster. I feel like the fights are getting harder. Once Tino has this BKB, Ravage doesn't really matter that much. I'll always be able to protect his Dusa, and Palos is always going to be in the front line here.
I mean, there's still a tier 1 tower standing on the mid lane. Execration, they are indeed going to go for that. Or actually, maybe perhaps a mill here. Maybe perhaps Tino's aware that some mill's farming.
Dire's middle tower.
They did ping it out. They see the creeps are dead. Going to ping this camp now. Can they get the
They get
call?
the call.
Oh,
that
no.
was close.
It's off.
Nobody's home.
Quite a
Moving.
passive situation now for both teams. Do you think that maybe perhaps this will be a wait out for the Roshan here, or are we waiting for some specific items?
Probably for Roche, right?
Yeah.
I think not a real reason for any team to fight right now. Monet really wants this Skadi. Sumail does have the eggs, so he wants.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go
this
for
Rubik.
Shanks here. He's actually gonna telekinesis himself away. This shard on Rubik, one of the best saves in the game. Pretty OS frog right there, Adam.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
get names
is
complete
under
on
attack.
Sumail. Arcane Rune too. It's a bit hungry for pickoffs.
Oh, they smoke up. The only person that they could possibly find here is Shanks, but he's gone.
Execration's out of there.
Pretty much a smoke wasted. Just buying time here for the Medusa, who, look at this, Palos. He's overtaken here Monet on the Morphling. Has the Eye of Skadi now. Going a Silver Edge. Silver Edge really going to
Oh,
help,
Sumail.
especially against the Tide.
Oh, can he get Sumail?
Oh,
Who
Tino.
knows?
Tino with the call. Does catch Samil, but there's no follow-up. Snatches the regen. Roshan spawning up in possibly 30 seconds. So we'll see, possibly, either team want to do something
looking.
here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, that arrived just in time there, Tino. Gonna get a BKB.
Smoke from Aster.
Oh, but look at
Sumail
this.
Sees the Rubik.
Samil, this is some aggressive play here, coming forward, and the gobble up there, it does connect onto two. They have found themselves the Medusa, the Multimus case is coming out now. They will find themselves Shanks. Palos
Tino
will
goes on
still live
Monet.
through it all. Meanwhile, though, look at that. Tino trying to catch himself. Monet there will survive, but Kaka will not. It's now the Rolling Thunder. Stunning in place Pichu, who's slowed down there by the Skadi, will fall. They're stunning up Samil as well. Gonna try and escape, but the Ravage there onto Free. Can they potentially turn it around here on Aster? As Monet tries to
not
lay
sure
in
if
the
you can
damage,
fight
but
this,
Berserker's Call
Monet.
coming down
Oh,
along the stone gates
no.
as well. They've locked in place. Monet is gonna fall here with, look at that, the stolen tendrils of the deep from the Rubik there. Shanks actually stunning up Morphling to stop him from waveforming away.
And this X, dude, he actually got such a big call onto Monet, but Bob dropped the swashbuckler and he got disarmed, so he couldn't hit the blade mail. Otherwise, Monet might have just died much earlier. And Aster, how do you fight into this right now? Medusa feels so unkillable. Oh, another catch. Throw XSS in.
That is a nice catch on Tadu. Berserker's Call is there. Samil comes in with the Remnant. Will find the kill there onto Tino. In return, hook shot there from Pichu. He's going to try and escape here. Will not survive. Bob will find him there with the swashbuckler. In return, Shanks in the backlines. Will fall from Samil. Maybe perhaps he wants to go for more. Doesn't have himself any more Remnants, but nonetheless, is going to go forward for Bob there. He does have himself some escapes. Rolling Thunder. Coming off cooldown as well, but doesn't have the Aghanim Shard. As with the
nice
tendrils at the
tendrils.
deep, stunning up Bob, and the Syrian Chains as well. Nowhere to run, nowhere to roll. Taken out, triple kill for Samil.
Sumail's angry. Was a fight without the Morphling too. Very nicely done.
He's looking for that Octarine core now on the Ember. Reduce them cooldowns, output more magical damage on the Ember. An XXS. He's wanting to get himself a Sheepstick. Cypher Vice. They scout out the Roshan as well. They're going to take themselves a second Roshan out.
Yeah, this looks pretty free. Waves are really good. Execution, no real way to contest this.
Radiant are scanning.
They do scan it out though, but I don't think they're going to get there in time. It's a difficult situation once again, but
No
Aster,
way.
they definitely need this Aegis, especially either on Monet or Samil here. I think most definitely Monet. It's their center of attention right now for Tino. They will give it to the Morphling. So Morphling with an Aegis once again, opting to go for that Skadi. Almost finished it now as well.
Aster might
but look
not
at
actually expect Execration to be set up here.
Fairly close to each other. And Palos wants to go for a Moonshard here on the Medusa. Melt as much
Just
mana as possible, I guess, from this diffuser.
Yeah, it's also a deal with the attack speed steal, right, from Monet.
Yeah.
Gives him a slot to eat Aegis if he needs it later.
And soon to be an Agnims as well for the Pangolier. So Bob going to be getting himself the extra swashbuckle damage during the Rolling Thunder. Pichu scouted out. Still don't want to do anything with this Aegis right now. They don't have themselves enough information, Aster. There's Ultimil. Is he going to be scouted out here? He's revealed himself. They come forward there with the Berserker's Core as well on the Blade Mail. But is he going to be able to avoid the Rolling Thunder? Yes, he is. He's going to be able to render it away. Meanwhile, they're going to turn right now onto Tino. Tino in trouble, activating that BKB, but it'll not be enough to save him. He will fall. It's now Bob. He has actually cancelled his TP here. Interestingly, they'll want to try and fight. There's a Ravage, though, coming out onto 2. They have caught in place the Medusa. Medusa definitely in trouble here. Is he going to be able to get the Stone Gaze off in time? Yes, they are. Palos is going to try his best now to escape. Is revealed there by the Dust of Appearance. Hookshot coming out here from Pichu. Is going to try and turn it around. Palos with, look at that, the Mystic Snake bringing back the mana, still trying to stay into it, but finally will melt through that mana shield. Is going to fall. They lose 2 here, possibly 3 as Samil wants to try and find himself more. Has eaten the cheese here, trying to find Shanks, but the Searing Chains rooting in place 2. They will take down the Rubik. Go for more now. Rooting in place Bob with the Mystic Snake, stolen there from Monet. But Bob, is he going to be able to get into the base? No, look at that. Oh, absolutely beautiful there from Kaka. The gobble up. Stunning in place, Bob.
I was questioning this Aghanims on Kaka, but I think it's won them the game. The throw on Monet onto Tino. Going for the kill on Sumil. Stacking the call with the Rubik with not enough damage. Dusa not there as well. Man, game's looking really good for Aster all of a sudden. Pichu, is he gonna find Abeng? He does.
It was just a bad initiation. Like, they were having themselves some good fights here, Execration, but now it's Aster who get themselves the upper hand here. They're the ones to come in with the initiations. Meanwhile, a lovely attribute shift there from Monet, right on the money. Is going to force Tino to get back. They won't get the kill onto the Morphling. Will still keep intact that Aegis. Meanwhile, though, Abeng is found in the trees here, all the way on the right-hand side of the map. Does have the buyback available. Can they get themselves the melee racks, though, in time? Doesn't look like they can. It's Tino coming in here for another core. They're going to try and attempt to find the kill there, but a lovely save. But stunned up there is just able to get the gobble up there in time. Lovely save there from Kaka. XXS is going to TP along with Samil as well. That was a lovely save. Kaka coming through with all the skills with this gobble up.
Try to give the man his heroes, man. Gobble up is stolen though. This is a Aetherland Psychic Headband gobble up from Shanks.
Oh my god. What's the range on that?
It's pretty damn far. I mean, it's not far, but it's like half of your spellcasting range. It's just still nice for a save.
Yeah,
also, very interesting. Abeng has no bunker this game. I feel like the shard on Undying's been a big reason why he's such a hot pick.
Rubik's going to be able to fire someone into the fountain from the river. Cypher Vice, though, now picked up on XXS.
Aghanims on Bob.
Yeah,
Tino going for a refresher.
Tino is? Oh, so he is?
Yeah, once the double BKB, double call, double blade mill. I respect that. I feel like once his BKB ends, fight's just... he's dead and the fight's over, you know? He's like, really, they're only stunned.
Yeah.
Unless Bob can get a really nice roll off.
They still have themselves this Aegis, and Monet does have himself a Daedalus. That Aegis has just expired. He's wanting to go for the Satanic here. It's not the best item against Medusa, because you're not able to heal back, right? From Mana Shield, it depends upon the damage that you deal, right?
Yes. I
Oh,
believe
though,
so.
hook shot onto a Beng. Meanwhile, though, oh, the stolen gobble up
Oh, the
there.
gobble up
The
save
Beng is going to
again.
fall. Palos is going to commit
Palos.
the Stone Gaze there. they don't have themselves enough damage here on Execration, as they will find Shanks. Palace is going to be able to TP away.
Can't deal with Sumail though. Sumail just soloing the back lines. With the rocket flare, the kisses. Just so hard for Execration to fight. They can't kill the front of Aster. Tino struggling to find the call.
Now a Ravage.
Ravage.
Oh, it comes out there onto 3, but a Berserker's Call in return. They're catching 2. As they may have found themselves the Medusa. They have indeed. I mean, XXS will pay the price for that. Samil in the backlines as well. Finding Shanks and Gobble up there onto the Clockwork as
Nice
well. Hooks,
Manta
look at
dodge.
that. Bob's dead. Bob taken out there by the Scatter Blast. Kaka comes out again with another Gobble up.
Has fallen.
Yeah, that's game.
It seems like it. No buybacks. Unless Tino
Tino,
can get a lovely
good
call.
call.
But look at that. The attribute shift once again from Monet. And cleaned up by the Scatter Blast. Buyback is available.
Yeah, the shard, the mask, the Titan sliver, just too much. Sumail's been too much, dude. Look at him. Goodbye, Alvin.
Oh, he did? Wait, he didn't actually able to get his blink off there. It was actually cancelled.
Yeah, the rocket flare.
Oh.
Radiant's middle
Hit you.
is under attack.
Don't mess with the ball.
Well, they realise they don't. Do they want to commit this or not? I mean, Samil, he's coming back to heal up. He will be back soon. Monet doesn't have the Satanic actually. They will find one tier 4, second one ready. They don't have themselves a glyph. Can they defend in time? Tino, what's he gonna do? Where's he gone? He's CP'd back. Who's he
This
gonna
looks
go
like
for
game,
here?
man.
Oh no, they're gonna
Are you gonna
cancel
call?
his blink now. Now there's no way to
Stolen
initiate onto
kisses?
them. Look at them, destroying them in the fountain. Tino so low, Ancient gone. Game 1 is gonna be going to Aster here. Coming out on top with a 30k net worth lead. They will take game 1 out of this series.
When Execration looked like they were crawling their way back into the game at some point. But Sumail just had way too much net worth. The fights were so hard for Shanks and Abing, especially since Ember Spirit constantly on them. No one to really protect them. Tino always had to go for the call in the course, where Palos was, where Bob was.
Yeah, it looks like, Execration, they were onto something there. They were able to get themselves some really nice Berserker's Call. We saw the synergy of not only the Stone Gaze and the Berserker's Calls, but Aster, they were able to actually come on top here and get themselves the initiation, because not only were they relying on Ravage, now they had themselves a second and third initiation. You had yourself the hook shot and Kaka coming out again with the Mortimer's Kisses, and then the Tendrils of the Deep, which is like a mini Ravage. So actually able to have a massive effect here with the Gobble Up. I got to say, Kaka did really, really well to enable his team here, and I think he deserves an honorable MVP for this game.
It's between him and Sumail. I feel like Sumail carried pretty damn hard this game.
I mean, yeah.
Solo kill in the mid lane, the
Yeah.
fights just taking over the fights. I think Kaka played really well too, though. Don't get me wrong. Both of them definitely 1 and 2 MVP wise.
Like, Monet was down, and he got himself a triple kill underneath his tier 2, tier 3 tower as well, didn't he? Samil was popping off.
Yeah, man's just. I mean, this is the last pick Ember here. Another nice thing I forgot to mention about Ember is that when you play against Undying Tombstone, every time you slide, you actually slide all the zombies. So you kind of clear the
Ooh.
Tombstone zombies, and you do proc Maelstrom on it, which is kind of cool.
Man, I am learning something new every day from you. My gosh, Adam. Actual
My
big brain.
gosh.
I didn't know that. Unless you've just seen that and picked that up and you actually
it's
learned it
something.
yourself.
I think Mushi or Miran told me last time. I don't
Oh,
remember
okay.
actually. Someone told me about it.
Fair enough. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go for a short break. Stay tuned because we will be back with Execration versus Team Aster for Game 2. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you to conclude the third series of the day.
All new Honor Magic 5 Pro. Freeze even fleeting emotions in just milliseconds. Take marvelous night shots with lightning fast exposure. The display reveals more details in bright areas with an astonishingly long battery life that just keeps going. The latest flagship chipset brings you exceptional performance. Unleash the power of magic. Honor Magic 5 Pro.
There is a place where you can elevate what's hidden inside, where you can reframe yourself. Sonomi means the new you. The you can step into. Because when we know who we really are, we become unstoppable. Enter new dimensions of you. Sonomi.
Open your eyes.
When you look into my eyes, tell me what do you see?
Tonight, I'm gonna show you the wonders of the mall.
Hey, I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose.
I need warriors.
So is this what you want in? You wanna war? Show me what's up then. Now we ready to bust in. Take everything. Take everything. Leave 'em with nothing. حتاكل انت تشبع وانت مستمتع وتلاقي الوجبه جايه على الاصول. واو يجيك العيش هش طالع من الاوفن والدجاج يقرمش just the way I love it. وتسوي كده وتسوي كده وتسوي كده مع الحشمه وانت تبغى راب خفيف اجيب تويستر. انا اجيب لي وجبه الزنجر بس كله يجيب اكسترا تشيز على الكرانشي تشيكن في السنتر. حطلب باكيت حطلب زنجر حطلب مايتي حطلب تويستر. جيب له باكيت جيب له زنجر جيب له الاصلي جيب له تويستر. Delicious. Yeah, yeah.
If time were to stand still, if I had a say, where I'd run to, where I would lay, if time bent to my will, if I could decide where I should remain. to stand still, if I had a say where I'd run to, where I would lay, if time bent to my will, if I could decide where I should remain, where I would hide. If time were to stand still, decide where I should remain, where I would hide. Sure as the sun, come rain or shine, I know where I belong. If time were to stand still, if I had a say, where I'd run to, where I would lay. If time bent to my will, if I could decide where I should remain, where I would hide. If time were to stand still,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. I repeat, we have a game. We have a game. The game is coming up very, very shortly now. We will get to have game 2 of Execration versus Team Aster. Adam, what did you do in your break, sir? What did you do?
Man, I had myself a nice hot dog.
Okay.
I also tried to go into the server about 15 times. Together with you.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. But we do have a game, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, thank the Lord, we can bless upon you this great game coming in now. Game 2. It better be a good one. Team Aster versus Execration. Game 2. We're back. We're back. Let's see what is banned. I bet both teams are really itching to get some Dota. They get themselves the Lion here, and they ban out Enchantress and Brood on the other side of Execration. They ban themselves out Timber and Storm. Clockwork will get picked up once again. And what will we see with that? An Enigma. Oh, they really want to give us a good game. After waiting that long, and Medusa will come out here for Team Aster.
What's this first pick Lion? It's the Kaka Lion, man. Maybe a priority.
We've seen how good Lion is, Adam. We've seen especially how good it is as position 4. You get yourself a blink, you are a menace. Instant Hex can lock down someone for, I think, around about 6 or 7 seconds with your Earth Spike and your Hex. Pretty mad.
It's not a very popular hero right now, but it is Kaka. Kaka is the Lion. He's the Lion. Meta don't matter, patch don't matter, he's playing Lion. Aster will take away the Medusa this time in response to Enigma. Lane's pretty okay. You're good at shooting down Eidolons. In the game, it's pretty nice because when you pop Stone Gaze, it's really hard to get a Black Hole. You actually need to blink behind the Dusa and Black Hole that way, otherwise you get caught by Stone Gaze, which is pretty hard as Enigma.
Yeah, that sounds to be pretty difficult. Do you think Enigma will have an alright time? Because usually he needs to push someone out of lane with his Eidolons, but especially with the fact that Medusa can easily kill them, of course, with the Mystic Snake. And Lion is here as well. Do you think Enigma's going to have an okay time, or do you think he's going to have a pretty rough time here?
5 seconds remaining.
His Lion's probably the post 4, right? So Aster still has this post 5 to pick, which is why we see the bans from Execration, Silencer, and ET removed. Just trying to make the lane less hard for Undying. Sorry, for Aster here. I think Undying still is pretty good for Execration. Enigma obviously one of the more okay heroes against Undying, but with the new decay, you actually do kill Eidolons, and every time you drop Tombstone and with the grenade, Enigma kind of dies. We also have Bunker Save for Black Hole now, courtesy of 7.33.
Dire team pick.
And looking further at the bans here, Morphling and Ember Spirit that we saw in Game 1 will be banned out. Execration not wanting to go against some mill on the Ember. In return, Execration... Well, actually, Aster, they did pick themselves up the Morphling as well, but they'll actually ban it. They don't want to give the Morphling away.
Was their Dusa counter? Shoes on the other foot now, Aster. Pretty nice bans, good protection. Jakiro, wow.
That's a
Not a
solid
hero we
support.
see too often. I wonder if Festal is just Rubik here. Not the strongest of laners, but Clockwork, Enigma, Jakiro. Rubik looks pretty nice. Another option they can go for is something to just secure a Dusa lane. Dying again.
5 seconds remaining.
Ench.
It is a solid support though, right, Jakiro?
Yeah, it's pretty okay. He's just a bit clunky, and Deal Breath is hard to use in fights.
Like really good lane dominance on the hero, but eventually it does drop off. I feel like you do need to get this Aghanims pick up if you are wanting to deal damage in the kind of middle stage, late stage of the game.
Yeah. It's some nice AoE for a Black Hole, right? So you get, wherever it's in Black Hole, you just drop Macropyre on top. You know, Clockwork hook someone, Cogs, you get Macropyre on top. It's just nice damage, decent lane.
They do have some nice setup here, though, with Enigma. So, like, they won't have to fully initiate with the Black Hole first. They have themselves Ice Path, they have themselves Hookshot, but Rubik comes out for Team Aster. There is some lovely spells to steal.
I think it's also in anticipation of our Beastmaster pick, the Jakiro. So Jakiro is good against the
10
Beastmasters
seconds
that
remaining.
play Boar. Because this Beast Dusa is something we see very commonly. It also gives you a BKB cancel, right? Against the Roar. Sorry, against the Black Hole. Oh my. One of those days. Can't get anything right.
With Morphling banned, what type of carry will Execration want to pick up here? Especially against the Medusa.
You want some natural diffusal buyer, if anything. I think Monkey King is something that I could see Execration going for.
Remember when Juggernaut used to get it, and he's the one for like a quick butterfly as well.
I think Terrorblade's one of the better heroes as well. Execration have run it before. Not sure if they'll run it again. Faceless Void is okay.
Dire team pick.
Actually, Faceless Void, if it gets to late game, can actually solo Chrono the Medusa. But then you would have a lot to rely on here. I feel like they need a carry that can work well in the early stage, so then there's not a lot of pressure on Enigma's shoulders. Because I feel like if this is going to be a passive
10
one,
seconds remaining.
especially with the heroes that they have on Aster, I feel like Aster can just
5
pull and
seconds
win this game
remaining.
too here.
I like Faceless Void. Not sure what they'll go for. I think it's not really about crawling a Dusa, but Dusa has a hard time sticking onto you. Like you get to kite around the fights. Dusa wants to just stand there and hit you.
True.
Monkey King got a bit harder to pick. Is there any mid heroes? Wind Ranger?
When did we used to start seeing this Mars come out as well? Because Mars was never picked up originally. People did say it was quite an uncommon pick. It wasn't meta, but now all of a sudden he's started to come out loads. What can you tell us about that?
I don't remember who started playing it. I know FBZ played it when he went to Secret. I think it's also because of the Ring of Health nerf. Like these ring heroes were like everything, right? Like Vanguard into
5
Octarine off
seconds
lanes, and then the ring got nerfed, so these double bracer heroes got a bit more playable because Ring of Health and double bracer are both equally awful right now.
Yeah.
Then you have more Chinese teams. Chinese teams love their Mars. Dude, it was new. There you go. LGD new. That was the Mars man who brought back Mars. It's just always been a very, I don't want to say Chinese hero, but Chinese teams love the Mars, right? And it's kind of an easy pick, strong lane. Love the carries in the patch are not the best against Mars right now.
Oh, and a Queen of Pain ban here. Does that give away a little bit of information as to what Team Aster want to pick up? Do they want a Bat Rider?
Probably Storm.
A Storm?
I would think Storm. Sumail hero.
Team
Angle's
Aster's
already
turn to
banned.
ban.
Snapfire ban. I respect that.
Especially with last game. Gobble up with Mars Arena. Or
Dire team
gobble up with Medusa firing her into an arena.
Alright, you know what? Give me the Sumail Rubik.
Mid lane Rubik. Samil. I can
I
see
feel
that.
like Aster's probably gonna Lash here
10
against Larka and
seconds
Anima.
remaining.
We will see.
Lash or Storm, I guess.
Well, they actually banned out the Bat Rider, Aster did as well. As well as the Quap.
Yes, every time. Oh, Storm is banned in the first two. My bad. Still a Lash in the pool, but I haven't seen Aster run the Lash without the IO. I feel like they always run the IO with the Lash.
I mean, Timbersaw's banned as well. Ember Spirit's gone. Pangalier's gone. There's a lot of mids in the pool, which you usually pick up quite a bit. And they are out. I mean, what can either side go? I'm trying to have a think, actually, what mid lane is. There's a potential to get Puck, but I don't know if they need troll. I think Puck's not too good for both teams. Unless it sets up for Black Hole.
You definitely want something that doesn't get threatened by the supports on Execration. It's a bit of a mobile hero. Void Spirit?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Void Spirit.
I feel like hero's dead. No one's really playing the hero right now.
No, especially with the nerfs on the base damage, I think, as well.
Team Aster's
Viper?
turn to pick.
Yeah, Puck got banned, actually.
Probably not. What's the male hero here?
Oh.
I would
Oh,
just
there
think
is-
it's Slash.
There's a Primal Beast. There's a Primal Beast available.
Sumail play Primal Beast?
Dire team pick.
What's it going to be?
Ooh.
Earthshaker, ground mover, comes out for Team Aster here. Oh, snazzy.
How's Execration respond to this? Some range hero will bully him in the lane? You definitely don't want to pick a melee here.
10 seconds remaining.
Qualp and
No,
Bat
you
are
do not.
banned.
5 seconds remaining.
Tough pick for Bob. I feel like he wanted something like a Void Spirit. But now you're picking it into Earthshaker. Do you really want to do that? Also, low-key hoping that this is a Sumail, Rubik, and a +4 Shaker.
We will
Okay.
see. Execration, they got 10 seconds. What is getting picked up? It's a TA.
Okay, that
Templar
makes sense.
Assassin mid.
That makes sense.
Do you not think this is greedy at all?
I think it's greedy, but I also think it's hard to pick something that loses its lane. I feel like it's a pretty good TA game in the sense that it's hard to kill the TA right, on their heroes. So if you do well in lanes and you can actually play the map, then you get away with greed. And I think Execration does have the potential to do that with their draft.
What lane do you think we'll see quite a lot of action in, and what team do you think maybe perhaps will come out on top here? I'm seeing quite a bit of greediness here from Execration, as I've said. I feel like Team Aster, with especially some of their picks, I think they can do some damage. I think Mars has a good chance to actually push away Palos here on the Slark, with the fact that you do have yourself Rubik on the... Oh, no, it's okay, it's Lion as position 4. So Mill is mid with the Earthshaker.
Definitely favoring Aster here, but draft-wise, I feel like Execration can definitely run away with the lanes.
You think?
Yeah, I'm not sure how this Jakiro Slug lane is gonna go though. Slug against Mars Lion sounds really hard. This was the OG Chinese lane, Mars Lion. It's so, dude, for real, it's so hard. It's so hard to. It's hard to CS. You get God's Rebuked, you get Spirit, you get Impaled, Mana Drain.
Wait a minute.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no, Roshan.
Oh
You
no,
took a
Roshan
game
killed the
with
game.
him, Roshan.
Oh no. Oh god. What's happened? What's happened, Adam? You're our analyst.
I believe we need the teams to kill Roche so we can get our game back.
Oh, I can hear some connection
Oh, no.
noises.
My game in game is dead. Help. No, India servers.
Oh.
We were just messing around.
we got a game back. We eventually got. Wait. Are the players missing? Oh, there's one player
Just-
missing.
It's a little bit of lag. That's really all it is.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Now,
It's just a stress test. That's all.
now close your eyes and say, please be able to reconnect.
Look, there's small leaps. No, don't go. Don't go, Samil. Samil missing. Don't go. Yeah, here he is. Here he is. On the shaker. Ground mover. He's here. He's here.
There you got the voice down.
I know, yeah. Right, here we go. There we go. We're all okay, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little blip. We got a little bit scared. But we're back with the game now. Game 2 will get underway, finally, as we have ourselves Execration versus Aster for this best of 2. Getting some pretty cheeky picks coming out here. Rubik and Enigma on either side. We're going to see black holes from both sides. So I am really, really excited for this game. How about yourself, Adam? What are you intrigued? What pulls your attention in this game?
This Sumail Earthshaker.
Some Mill Earthshaker.
Sumail Earthshaker. Into Clockwork. No cares. Just wanted to make Execration's draft weird. Kind of did Execration going for a bit of a greedier lineup here. TA, Slark, Enigma. If this clockwork does not win bottom lane, they are gonna be sad.
They are. They'll be mega sad. Mega sad. Do you want to be even sadder? This game dies now. I don't want it to die. I don't want it to die. We've got a good game here.
The whose watcher is this that Kaka is standing on? Isn't it Execration's watcher? Am I crazy?
I'm not sure. No, I think it's Radiance. I think the colours are a bit messed up. I've noticed that in some of my games. And there's not going to be any contest for Banteroons there. It seems like it's just going to be 2 and 2 to either side. And there we go. So lane of attention. I'm looking at this top lane here.
I'm telling you, man, this Chinese Mars Lion, don't play around.
I mean, Jakiro and Slark as well. You know, dual breath and... Oh, actually, Palos here not going the Orb of Venom. I'm starting to see this pick up quite a bit here. You know, the three iron branches and a magic one.
It's just sufficient to have like super high stats, right? It's the most value for money. Especially with being able to eat the double regen from Tango now. Give me more. Abeng has 3 sentries, goddamn. He does not want them to pull. Kaka will get the reward on the first one. Is he? No, he put the sentry RA Kaka.
Just about.
It's alright, it's alright. He's on been on a hiatus. Meanwhile, mid lane Bob. In the meld on Sumil's chonks back.
Early level 1 enchant totem. Wait until it's maxed.
Yeah, but you have refraction.
You do
so
have
don't
refraction.
care. So it's a good pick. He's owning CS wise though, Sumil. And a bullying Bob on the TA here.
Oh wow. Oh wait, fish it, fish
Fisher
it.
he does.
Oh, he blocks. Oh no, Bob. There's no detection.
No, stay there, Sumil. The rune's coming out anyway.
Wait, is he gonna stay here?
The drum.
Keep on,
Bob?
enchant totem.
Dude, how long can he wait here?
No more mana, no more mana. Maybe he's gonna bait.
The career, the bottle, the bottle. He got his bottle, Bob.
He got the courier.
Oh, the stun.
Another one.
No, I thought Bob was gonna get the rune for the career trade. So let's get the bottle water rune. Another one I got for him.
They may have found the Jakiro. They have done indeed. Jakiro taken out, slowed down there by the blood grenade. Get the kill top. And meanwhile on the bottom, they may find Rubik as well. He's actually alright here. Uh-oh.
Like...
Surely not. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, Pichu getting a little bit too close for comfort there. Does need to regen up. This game continues. Top lane, Abeng is going to push away Kaka. But Palos is pretty low as well. Doesn't have any tangos. Has to be
Palos?
careful.
Yes,
no
stick charges.
No God's Rebuke. Yeah, has the 1 charges.
Abeng's just chasing Kaka here.
Yeah, Abeng's going to push away the lion.
He's angry, dude.
Uh-oh. Healing self cancelled though there onto Palos, but no mana for the spear. Now finally got some mana. God, this top lane's really pushing it. Mid lane, however, CS. Actually in some Mill's favour here, believe it or not. Both of them level 4.
I don't think TA pressures Surfshaker from farming, because you get like this aftershock last hits, right? And then you have deny with enchant totem.
Oh, they found the slot top. They got themselves a Earth Spike there.
Didn't even use the Hex. It's got caught off guard. Palos did not press his 1 charges. Kaka Lion, man.
Yeah, you got to be hot on the draw. Especially if you're playing sneaky games like this. Playing low. Still a Beng trying to push away Kakat. So Mill's going to bottle himself a water rune. But this is the thing on this top lane. Every time Palos wants to try and get some essence shift here onto the Mars, Monstrous proceeds to return there with
Bot lane, Shanks.
Spear of
Lifted
Mars.
back. There's the Lotus.
He may be dead. Hiding in the trees. Will attempt to run away. The cogs actually project Pichu forward, but no mana available for a Fade Bolt. So Shanks is going to be able to get away safely. Meanwhile, Kakat will fall, though, by the hand of a Beng. But a Beng being pushed into the
Nice
tower
spear back.
with the spear. And it will be a trade here as XXS gets the final physical attack.
Although still CSing pretty well up here, but the death definitely hurting him.
Oh, rotation from Kaka. Gonna try and fish a block Bob in. Rotation from a Beng as well.
This is a hard kill.
Yeah, so Mill will respect that, back himself off a slight bit. Almost level 6 though. And then maybe perhaps a Mill can catch Bob off guard without a refraction. And get a maybe Echo Slam within the middle of the creeps. There's a possibility. But meanwhile though, Jakiro being found out again. A Beng, nowhere to run. Body blocks there by Kaka. Is found by the Mars. XXS. He's on a killing spree. As Kaka with a Earth Spike. Bob committing the meld there. They want to try and burst through this TA now. There's the Fade Bolt. Fisher block. Not allowed up the stairs, Bob. You are denied, however. Going to turn the attention onto Kaka. Kaka has to be very careful here. Has another Earth Spike ready. Don't want to turn that back around. So Mill with no Echo Slam yet. Still around about 50 to 80 XP off.
Aster coming out of this laning phase ahead ever so slightly. It's top lane really. XXS the winner from all this. As the phase boots now bullying Palos.
Yeah, has to leap away.
Oh, Echo Slam in lane, Sumail.
Oh, the Fisher as well. They don't have detection though. Bob has the refraction in 1 more second. May perhaps be able to turn it around and take down Sumail. They will do indeed. Is Bob going to use the meld, but the Fade Bolt claims the life of the TA. It will be a trade. But a rotation from Shanks as well, going to try and help take down Pichu. Caught within the cogs. Here's Kaka now going to try and get a kill of his own. Won't be enough to take down Shanks. So it'll be a 2-for-1 here with both supports rotating in, but this leaves the side lane somewhat free.
It was pretty ambitious Echo Slam from Sumail. Almost got Bob, but probably needed to wait for Pichu.
Tino not having the greatest of times in regards to last hits, but denies. Boy, oh boy, he's on 20. 20 denies. Telekinesis there. Oh, locking in Bob. Bob in some trouble. Wait, so Mill actually hit a creep there with the enchant totem. We'll still be able to stay right on top
Oh, he
of
hit a
Bob.
trap!
The slow. Oh my god, Bob's
intentional?
escaped. Bob is alive.
I don't know if that was intentional, but mercy shown by the king. Bob will get a shield now as well. This is a lot of fighting in the mid lane, man.
There is.
Oh, Daddy's here though, XSS.
3-man dual breath though, the arena coming out. Pichu is gone. They're going to try and turn their attention onto Bob. Bob will fall. Is Shanks in trouble as well? He will run to the stairs, but the ice path's there to
Mill, can you get it?
give him some breathing room, but the Fisher connects and it's not enough to take him out. Survives on 20 HP.
So much pressure towards the mid lane. Constant battles. This is not what TA wants. Bob not having a good time here. And who's supposed to come in to help? Is it Palos and the Slark, Tino and the Enigma? These heroes are not coming anytime soon.
Just constant fighting right now.
Tino actually went for a helm. Not a very common build, but something we see to help pressure buildings.
Still, Kaka and Pichu hanging around on this mid lane once again. Just protecting some mill here. What's some mill got on a courier on the way? He's got himself an Ogre Axe.
Oh, Aghanim's Rush?
It's a possibility.
Opting not to go for a dagger. I like that because Mars is going for a blink, right? And you don't need this double blink, so choosing a scale. Ooh, look at this stack.
Smell's going to enjoy farming that. Level 4 Aftershock.
Bot lane, Palos moving in on Monet.
They're trying it to.
He wants to go. Shanks is here as well.
Pounce is there.
Pretty deep commitment.
Trying to mount the mana. There's no
He
stone
misses
gaze
the
available,
field.
but a black hole onto 2. It's got the Medusa and the Mars. So I'll turn it around there, Execration.
Emil's coming in with a big creep wave.
A hook shot as well onto Pichu. He still survives though. Samil with the fish hit. Wants to try and get the enchant totem. Shanks is still alive. Will be found though there by Samil. Will be a 2 for 1.
Tornado.
Maybe perhaps a 3 for 1. Will be indeed. Tino to get the kill there onto Pichu.
Is under attack.
It's
Samil's in
Execration
trouble.
that's
He's
amping
gonna
up the
run in
pressure.
for the bomb.
So they go for
He
some
wants
mill.
it. Execration, they don't want to go in.
Oh, Echo Slam attempt, but Samil dead. Controlled there.
Oh,
now
they see
Monet. He's in some trouble again, being slowed down by the dual breath. 36% movement slow, no mana remaining, but Kaka comes in with the save of the Hex there. Going to try and escape, but
They're
there's
not stopping.
another Sonic Trap and a dual breath, but they don't want to dive this tier 2. Monet will survive.
Costly miss on the spear by XXS. Let's Tino get off the black hole. Let him and Monet go down there. Finding some momentum, Execration. Tino and Bob both top 2 in net worth right now.
So what's the
And
plan for
Tino's
Samil? Is he
committing.
going? Yeah, he is going in Aghanim's. He is going in Aghanim's. Wonder if he
Tino's
can
committing to this Helm of the Overlord 2 build. Wait for the offering next. Maybe just one thing, an item to play with the Deso TA, go Saber Slaughter.
Yeah, possibly.
Top lane, nothing
Found
there.
themselves a Mars. Mars locked in place there. Hook shot will be committed as well in order to secure that kill onto XXS. Want a double damage on the river.
Stolen trap though.
Denies it. But Bob coming forward. The ice path will connect there onto Pichu. That's a dead Rubik.
It just
Oh.
feels like Aster can't really fight into Execration right now.
Radiant's top tower
I actually never realized how kind of a little bit flamey that TA taunt is. You kill someone and then you can clap right in front of them.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's the seal clap, right?
Yeah.
At least it doesn't make the sound, you know. Like, oh,
So all 3 cores now on the side of Execration up in this net worth here. What can Aster do to change this situation around? Well, Medusa needs to farm up. There's a hook shot on the mid lane as well underneath this tier 1. And they may have found themselves Pichu once again. They will indeed. Along with a tier 1 middle tower as well.
Yeah, so just trying to drag for XXS to get his dagger. At least Sumil's also one component away from Aghanim's. Oh, the stack though. Shang scouts it out. Monet's taking it.
Ooh. Yeah, they really want to try and contest this. Even Bob's here. Oh, but ready. Maybe perhaps a mill. But the Echo Slam doesn't have any way of actually coming forward. The finger will be committed. Shanks will fall. And Monet will still be able to get those stacks there. So somewhat they do push back Execration there on the side of Aster. They do alright.
Yeah, not too bad. They lose the clockwork, but they do force Aster to leave the bot side and mid of the map to protect their ancients. Still win for Aster though.
And a blink here
That's
for
Bob
the
going
team.
for.
He went for a blink.
Alright, aggression time. Helm 2, Blink, going for the Shard next. Just wants to kill supports, I guess, with his item build. Not wanting to go for the BKB instead. The shard is the cheaper option. How's Kaka doing? Going for the 4 stuff, so no blink coming out. XXS does have his though.
He does have himself the blink.
Aster, it look like they'll smoke here, but I don't know if the TA trap caught that. They want Tino.
Not sure it did,
Will
you
they
know. It doesn't
get
look
Tino?
like it.
Radiant are scanning.
As all this
On
smoke's gonna
Tino.
break. XSS scouting out the Enigma. Arena and the Spear, along with Malefice as well, just stunned up in place.
Oh,
Tower is under
his
attack.
hands lifted right there. Wanted to get the black hole. His team's coming in.
It's now
Oh,
Execration.
nice bling, XXS.
Yeah, they do attempt to try and avenge their fallen Enigma, but past it, they'll pick up a kill, and they will escape to safety. As meanwhile, Samil almost completing this Aghanims now. Just going to buy the point booster here from the secret shop with his courier. But look at that, they find another kill once again here onto Pichu. That's his 6th death here on the Rubik.
Pick not working out so far. Palos goes for the defusal with his nighttime timing. Really strong spike for Execration. Any 4 staffs on Aster? We do have 1 on Kaka coming out real soon, so a bit of a saving grace.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle
So I think
tower
Bob's
is
got
under
a
attack. Dire's
got
middle
the
tower
shard
is
coming
under
in
attack.
now, yeah. Sonic traps were able to apply a silence here for those traps.
That's really nice at helping him kill their supports. Cost efficient. Gives you more traps as well, so more vision on the map. Execration feel like they're in a pretty good spot right now.
Samil wanted to go for a BKB now next as well. XSS, they've just pinged up. Maybe perhaps they want to go on the hunt.
Oh, this is
They're
dangerous.
all together
Albion.
here. XSS, they get a Fisher there onto 2. They've got both of the supports. An Ice Path comes out there, but Abenga's
Oh,
just
Ice Path
deleted the finger. Is it going to claim the life here at Clockwork? Yes, it is. The Black Hole, though, will come out in
On
return
Samil.
here, locking in place Samil. Samil may be in trouble, being silenced up here. He is still alive, however. Will
I'm
jump
not sure who's
forward
in trouble.
with the Enchant Totem. He's still alive, and look at this. He will finally fall. They won't be able to get the kill on
Well,
Tina.
Pulse
They
in the
finally
back
will
line.
with the Earth Spike, but in return, a buyback coming here from Shanks. It's now the TP there from XSS is cancelled by the hook shot of Shanks. As they found themselves a 3 for a 3, but a buyback from Shanks coming forward to
Oh,
try and
Palos
find
gonna get
more.
defusal here.
As the Diffusal Blade and the Dark Pact will cancel out that Ice Path there.
Oh, can they get him?
Medusa still trying to lay in
He
the damage.
want him
Monet,
so
he
bad.
does not have himself the Stone Gaze. He
Hey,
may
Monet
fall
here,
here.
Monet. One
Oh,
hit.
but another stolen Ice Path.
There's a
Monet's
pounce.
still alive. Maybe perhaps they can pounce and go for more. They will. Monet gone.
Radiant's top tower is
But in
under
return, here comes Samil.
Oh, Samil.
Not able to get into position there with the jump of the Enchant Totem. Execration just getting away here with invading the side of Aster's map and getting themselves some really good results.
Top lane. Samil.
Oh my god.
The dunk onto Shank. That's a dieback for the Buffalo.
It is. He just got dunked on. There's Palos on the other hand.
Get Pichu. It's
Trying to
a
go for
huge kill.
Pichu
He
once
has Ice
again.
Path.
Samil is ready, but has to be careful of Palos because look at that damage. He has himself 22 stacks, 66 agility. What are you gonna do,
jump
Samil?
away.
You are gonna run. And will be actually be found there by Tino, interestingly. I'm not sure if that was the Malefice. And Pichu taken out once again.
Radiant's
Execration
top
looking
tower is
good
under
right
attack.
now.
Radiant's top tower
Aster, even
is
Monet going down. Aster is not really able to hold a map. Self Shaker pick not paying off just yet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Itemization from Bob too. This shard, we see it come into play. It's really nice. Nighttime start. Running around Execration. pressing their advantage. Gonna go for Roche here.
Yeah, that silence really does help with the Personic Trappers. Now they get the Agnims as well for slot. So they have themselves the double pounce. They'll head themselves now towards the Roshan and just look at it melt there with the meld by the hands of Bob.
He actually goes for a Chrysalis and has the Deso queued up now. I see this quite often actually. I wonder why people just don't go Deso straight up. It's more cost efficient to get Chrysalis, I think.
I think so. I mean, I like Chrysalis. I think it's a cheap early item though. I mean, what was it? 1,950 gold.
2150?
I'll take that.
1950. You are correct. Winner.
Look, if I was not a carry, then you could shame me
Oh,
for
top
that.
lane. They know Palos is not here when it's running up.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice arena. Locking in place Tino. Tino does not have himself a black hole here. It's on
No
cooldown
hole,
for 5
5
seconds.
seconds.
It's now the Stone Gaze coming out there. The Telekinesis as well. Locking in place Enigma. Enigma is gone. Aster. They'll turn it around here, but they have committed quite a lot of ultimates here. Perhaps they don't want to fight anymore. They will be more than happy to get a kill there onto Tino.
Palos has the Mage Slayer now. Disassembled his Echo Saber for the Aghanims and now completes the Mage Slayer. So a bit more tanky. Oh, Execration smoke out.
They have.
Gonna find XXS here.
BKB on XSS almost though. He's almost got it. XSS.
Oh, XXS used his dagger.
He did. He did. The hook shots there as well. Mars definitely in some trouble as well. That's the elite coming out there. That is a dead Mars.
Thank you for your agility, my good sir. Tino Blink queued up next. Bob still chilling in the top lane. Feeling kinda unkillable here.
Oh, Samil
The
in
Aegis.
trouble. Is going to be able to leap away there with the enchant totem. An interestingly, Pichu.
Pichu, there you go.
Pichao is going to
Ciao.
steal himself the
Oh,
pounds.
Kaka! He just fingered the golem.
He did. Well, at least he
And
gets
really
gold,
wants his
right?
dagger.
Oh, leap forward there from Palos. Oh, locking in place. The slog is going to be able to
Monet's in
use that Shadow Dance, though, and Monet has to commit. The Stone Gaze.
Stone Gaze Forest.
Stolen Macro Pyre as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tino.
Execration's feeling strong right now.
They are. And he's on a way to get a blink as well, Adam. Tino. He's around about 200 gold away. Butterfly, though, for Monet on the way very soon. He just needs to get his courier there. It's kind of a bit difficult. Just around about 30 more gold left. He's actually used the secret shop here. He's used Execration's secret shop with his courier. Link dagger on the Enigma. So Mill is not going to TP out. Caught here, silenced up, will not be able to jump away with the enchant totem, and he is squashed by the rest of Execration.
Kaka's in an interesting spot.
Tower is under attack.
Because, I mean, Roshan, they still have the Aegis on Bob.
No rush though. Execration, they just have the whole map. Monet has proven to not be a problem. He's just about to complete his butterfly.
Yeah, that's on the way on the courier. If it can get there. No, it's he went all the way to Execration's secret shop, and it's at the bottom tier 3.
It's a long journey.
It is.
Well, Pichu has the Ghost Scepter.
That actually saves him quite a lot. He telekinesis himself away. Oh, nice spear.
Speaking of save,
Arena
Palos.
locking in place Palos. Will they be able
There's
to find the
Death
kill
Shroud,
here in time? Will use
Tino
the
has
depth
dagger.
shroud. Stone Gaze down as well. They will get the Hex off there onto Palos. The finger as well will be able to leap away. So much committed here for the slog, but not able to get the kill here on Aster.
The Greaves and the Mage Slayer.
Oh, Tino. Oh, that could have been a big black hole then if he blinked forward. Oh. BKB on Bob as well.
Tower is under attack.
So now TA with that BKB, it's looking pretty difficult for Aster at the moment. That win probability graph just slowly going into the favor of Execration every minute. It's currently now at 80% win rate probability.
Yeah, BKB and double damage for Bob with this Aegis in hand.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a lot of damage. The Aegis though does expire.
Oh, Palos, dude, look at this. He's locking his lotuses. Man, the man knows.
Who's
That's how you
locking
make
his
the big
lotuses?
lotuses. Palos. Has a gem now. I wonder who bought the gem. Did not catch it. Trying to clean the map up even more.
Samil is about to get his BKB though. This will be big if he gets it, because so far, the fight's problem, it has been Palos here with the leap. It has been a big problem for Samil. He cannot jump around. He really needs to speak.
Smoke from Aster. This is the Kaka blink reveal.
Dire are scared.
What? Abing? He has Greaves. He's pretty tanky.
He's hiding in the trees. The
Monet will
smoke
break
just
the
broke as
smoke.
well. Actually going to head bottom though. Maybe perhaps they'll go for Tino. Tino's just revealed himself there with Eidolons. He's going to blink away, and Samil will just clean it up there with a cleave of the enchant totem.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This top wave pushing in hard. Do you think Execration can go high ground in the current situation that they're in now, especially without Aegis? Do you think it's possible?
I feel like they can, but what's the point? I feel like Aster's just choked. You have Slark to deward everything. You can play for his BKB or Enigma. He's going for Edellands. You can force them back, sure, but
Oh,
what's the
here
point
we
of picking
go.
high ground?
This XSS. Oh, lovely block from the leap there. Maybe perhaps they can find the kill here onto Slog. Slog's just going to be able to survive. Use the Shadow Dance. He's going to try and turn it around now.
I'm surprised Sumil didn't commit there. Maybe he was still tipping. Didn't quite catch that. Also, I feel like he's lived, he's just living life on the edge the whole game.
Scary Mars, that's what it is. That was a lovely pounce block, but unfortunately they just didn't have themselves enough damage to take out that slot.
Shanks,
Meanwhile,
they
speaking
find
of the
XXS.
Mars, the BKB will come out here. The arena is ready, but XXS, he cannot get himself out of this. It's falling very low. However, they may turn it around here, and they will do indeed. They get themselves shanked. Execration, they don't use that opportunity there to go for more. They were kind of out of position a little bit. They didn't feel comfortable with going on to that, and in return, they put themselves up a pick-off kill.
It's also really hard for Aster to commit because of the black hole from Tino. Being really patient, just not wanting to show.
Smoke though.
Also enables his cores to be hyper aggressive. Oh, they see Tino.
Oh, they've got Tino here. It's the enchant totem, and the finger completely deletes the Enigma. Enigma down. And maybe perhaps they can find more as Palos and
Still
Abeng.
hanging around.
Yeah, they're only here. They'll take out that observer ward. Starting to come back a little bit here, Aster. That's the net worth slowly increasing here for the Medusa. Who do you think wins late game here, Medusa or the Slog?
I mean, Slark's one of the better heroes at Dusa, but the problem is the team, right?
Yeah.
Like, Slark's good at going around, giving vision, trying to fight around the Dusa. You also have this Skadi timing, and Dusa's a ranged hero. You get bullied pretty hard by it. Man, look at Palos. Just trying to scout out Aster here.
Uh-oh, he's on his own, though.
Not sure
He's
if
on his own.
Expecting to
Oh.
run into 5 heroes, though.
Have they not seen him? He's in the back lines. They might catch them off guard. A silence there onto 2. The BKB comes out. The arena is ready. So Mill is going to be able to escape, but Kaka
Kaka's
is not.
dead.
Will be found there by the Templar Assassin. As now they go for a bang, but a
Buyback
black
from Kaka,
hole.
black
It
hole
will be
too.
committed onto 2. As Mars gone, along with the Medusa as well. Monet is not going to survive
No
through this
mana.
one. Will be found. A buyback there from Kaka. The TP coming out there from Pichu will be able to get away, but Samil being silenced up here is not going to be able to get away here either. Is found by a bang there with the ice path. They will take down 3 here on Execration.
Yeah, Aster, you just don't have a solution for this black hole right now. Sumil was on the left as well as Pichu. Ooh, Palos.
Kaka is
Nice
dead.
bounce. And Kenny has Pichu has no diff anymore. Steals bounce.
That's a dieback as well. Nice leap,
Oh.
but another nice leap. No telekinesis.
Palos is having fun. BKB completed now too.
He's stolen 160 agility on the Slork.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He has absolute power and prowess.
Radiant
The Swift boy.
So now, will they siege high ground with all of these stacks?
Ooh, pipe for Abbing. I want to see a Solar Crest actually. Just make this Slark strong.
Radiant's
I don't hate the pipe. Keeps him alive.
Pounce forward there onto Samil.
Palos
Samil in
don't care,
trouble.
bro.
They will use the spear. Bob now going forward
bring
onto
in.
Samil. Samil will survive. The arena comes out in
Nice,
return
nice
along with the
power.
stone gaze as well. But there's no follow-up damage here from Aster.
Look at Bob. He can't go out. Bob. Bob. Bob.
Bob's trapped.
Bob.
Bob's trapped.
Bob.
Oh, Bob's not
they
trapped.
pushed
Speared
him
out the
out.
gate. Meanwhile, though, Palos stunned up there by the fishit. We'll try and
Oh,
move
nice
himself
path.
out, but a still a nice path there coming forward. Oh,
on,
there it
Palos.
is. There's the kill. Onto Palos. Samil once more. As they find the kill onto Shanks there too. They will hold the high ground on Aster. What looked to be quite a difficult fight, they actually turned it around somehow.
It was when Bob was running into the wall. Also, the Ice Puff steal from Pichu. Real huge catches both Palos and Bob there. Or was it Shanks?
Yeah, Bob couldn't get out the gate or something. The barrier. I don't know what the hell it's called because no one ever uses it. It's not that important. I think the only benefit of that gate is it makes like
Roshan is up.
an extra leap in for maybe perhaps like a black hole or something,
It
right?
should give you a turbo boost when you run out of the base.
What should the gate?
The gate, yeah. It's like a nitro in a racing game.
Oh, black hole up in 10
Is-
seconds.
Is this Aster's comeback?
Oh, I don't know.
This
They need
Ice
to get
Puff on
vision.
Rubik. Oh, Kaka.
Yeah, they know something's up.
This is scary for Aster. Shred of the black hole.
I mean, even with Slork down as well, look how much they're respecting the side of Execration.
Monet trying a front line here. So Halberd on Shanks too completed, so Monet has to be careful. Might not be able to. Oh, they're looking for Bob. He's melded.
They have scouted out the Deucer with that sentry,
Oh, they see it,
but they
Bob.
found out the Templar Assassin as well. Is this going to be enough to take her down with the finger? Yes, it is! Bob is gone! Bob down! Samil, he jumps forward, wants to try and find more.
Abing. Do they know Abing's here?
He's hiding in the trees.
And you see the dragon.
As Palos, he will join the
it's
fight
Palos.
here. He's going to attempt to go into XSS. The BKB is there. They'll attempt to try and find Abeng. They will do indeed, along with spearing the clockwork into a tree. They will wipe out 3 here on Aster.
Execration. That's Roshan for Aster now. What is this game?
Yeah, no way can they jump with Black Hole with just 2. Unless Aster are feeling really cocky here.
I don't know, man. They're walking down.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
2 heroes
do
and
it
a
to-
dinosaur. The ancient rumble hide. It's coming.
Yeah, they'll get this Roshan. Aegis now in the hands of
And
Monet
cheese.
Dire's top tower
and a
is under
cheese.
attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Who's the cheese on?
It's on Sumail.
How's Samil doing at the moment? Oh, he went a blink.
Doing pretty good. I like the blink. I think it's important that they get these like instant pickoffs. Like Bob not getting off BKB, that was really huge.
Oh, they've scouted
These
out
fights
Samil.
were-
That's a lovely scout. But can they do anything
So,
with it?
Very hard kill though.
No, he's gone. Samil is out of here.
XXS on his way to his hex. How's Rubik doing? Close to the dagger, so It is getting to the point in the game where we might see some black hole steals. This Ice Puff has been doing work though.
It has, it has.
I feel like Abeng should just stop using Ice Puff. Feels like it has 20 times the impact on the Rubik.
The hidden ones
Aster.
have blessed me.
Monet's running up here with
Oh.
the Aegis.
Yeah, he has to be careful. I mean, even with the Aegis, you've got to respect Execration. I mean, you may have won a few fights, but if they get the hang of it and get the initiation onto you first, then
Palos is
be
wrapping
big.
around here.
yeah, Palos is on his own.
Committing
He is going to be
onto
speared back in
XSS.
return. They do find a hook shot there onto Kaka. Kaka is instantaneously deleted, down for 50 seconds. So they're going to go for more here. They will back themselves off and wait here for the Lion. Snatching this Aegis here on Aster really had an
Then
effect
Palos
here on
has
Execration.
an Orchid flying out, going for the Bloodthorn. Interesting build. Just wants to kill support. I actually don't know what the build is for.
Look at the damage items on Bob as well. Daedalus, MKB. That's a lot of damage.
Vindicator's X 35 attack speed. That's pretty nice.
It's really, what can they do here, Aster,
Oh, look
with
at
this
Monet.
Aegis?
He has Rapier queued up. Almost has it too. I wonder if this is what he's gonna do.
Do you think?
Rapier and run it down right now. 2 minutes Aegis. Probably not, right?
No, I don't think. I think that would be disastrous. The pressure is on here for XXS to really deliver a good arena here. Along with Pichu as well for the counter initiation with the black hole, or the ice path for that matter. Ice path has been having a big effect. Oh, they've caught themselves Shakiro. Uh-oh. Shakiro caught off guard. That's a dead dragon.
Oh, they want the golem XXS, you can do it.
He's not going to get the golem.
He ain't. Helps Tino spawn 3 Eidolons.
Still a middle tier 1 tower standing. Is Monet going to get it with this Aegis? He's got the rapier.
Dude.
He's got the rapier. All
1
right,
minute,
okay.
like, alright, we're going. This is one line, one way.
Tower has fallen.
All right.
One way road. There's no turning back here.
Dire's middle tower.
All in.
What
All
the
in,
heck?
Adam.
Dude, I like this pickup so much. I just wish he had like more time on Aegis.
1 minute remaining.
It feels way too short, no?
It looks it. But you don't have a lot of mana on the Medusa. I mean, look at that. Only 1,000 mana? You need that Scaddy or something.
Dire's
I mean, you have the
Yeah.
cheese. I guess the
I
cheese.
think the idea behind the build is that you need to do damage as fast as the Stark and tier. Right? Otherwise, in fights, your team just dies and you're left alone with whatever item you have and you just can't fight.
A 900 crit with Silver Edge. That's pretty
Tier 4
hefty damage.
token. What's my man got? Stormcrafter. Alright, we good.
Is that all right here? I mean, you can. I
It's
think
nice
it's
against
all right.
Melt and the Bloodthorn.
Yeah, the Bloodthorn, yeah. Because that is what Slock is relying on to get these hits onto the Deucer.
There's the MKBTA as well, so has to be careful of that. Moving Meld is pretty nice. And eyes on the Rubik. Even with the 10k lead on Execration, this feels like it's turned into a game of execution here. Who's gonna kill who?
I mean, the Aegis has expired. Execration, they're aware and
Oh, Kaka
ready.
finds Palos. Oh, the Dark Pike.
What can
How
they
do you
do?
initiate though for either side? Oh, the
Oh,
hook
hook
on
shot.
two.
Oh, it lands onto 2 there. They've deleted Kaka. He has no buyback. XSS is going to try and
still
escape
has his
with his
tags.
life. Has the BKB. He will be able to blink away, though. Palos coming in.
Might be
Has the
forced to
BKB
pop
ready.
it
Going to
here.
try and turn around the damage there. Palos taking way too much damage. The Hex will come out. The arena's there. But look at that. Able to just use the Shadow Dance there in time.
Oh,
But a
black
black
hole.
hole. But
Oh,
it's
Bob wins in though.
cancelled. The Echo Slam comes out, but a stolen black hole! Oh my god! They've got it! They turn it around! Triple kill there for Monet! He gets it. Palos escapes with his life. So low there. They turn it around. Pichu with the stolen black hole. Ultra kill for the Medusa.
That was so odd by Bob. He blinked beside the Rubik that stole black hole. He hit him once and then he turned around. I think Bob could have probably killed Pichu there with just a Mel Strike and 1 or 2 hits. Instead, he walked to the right towards his team and just ended up getting black holed.
Oh, there's
But
4 down.
goddamn, that was a beautiful black hole.
It was.
I thought Bob canceled his dagger, but he just had so much cast range with the psychic headband. That's a rapier, man. This was what he was playing for. Scotty flying out now too has it. I was trying to cut waves. Palos? Might be dead.
Look at it. He just hit it into the racks.
Be dead. Here, Palos. Might be dead here.
He might be.
Palos is dead.
Finger and Fisher. Look at that. They take out the slog.
Sumil also enchant totemed him about a good, let me count, 5 times? 5 times.
Oh my god, there's no buyback on slog.
There's no black hole, man. I don't think 5 heroes matter. It's no black hole. That's all you care about. Rubik has the counter.
He does.
The Rubik's black hole is 20 seconds lower cooldown than the Enigma's because of the talent.
Dire's bottom tower.
Aether lands now too, Pichu. It's your clutch play.
So now they go for this tier 2 here
Dire's bottom tower.
with the rapier on Monet.
So we'll have Octarine Core.
Bottom tower.
Strangling queued up next. Very strong boy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's
Oh,
all they
they
got
see
themselves a hex there
Bob.
onto TA, along with the spear as well. Do they have
the
themselves
black
enough
hole.
damage to take down the TA? Yes, they do with the finger. The finger finds TA. TA down for 90. Buyback is available though for Bob.
Didn't even need the finger.
Dire's middle tower.
Aster. This game looking hard for Execration. There's no way to fight right now.
Oh, it's a long Roshan. It's a long Roshan. 2 minutes and 30.
Does Tino have the cornucopias? I'm trying to look for. Oh, he has refresher actually.
Who
How
has
far is
refresher?
he away? 500 gold for the refresher on Enigma. I wonder
he's
if this
gonna
is
commit.
the right choice. I feel like Lincoln's might have been better here.
Yeah, I mean, especially to counteract the stolen black hole, because you won't be able to
Yeah.
get yourself off a second black hole, right?
Yeah, that's what I think too. But I mean, if your team kills the Rubik, then you get 2 black holes, I guess.
Yeah. So they smoke up here, Aster.
Are scanning.
They still have this black hole, but not for long. I predict this is around about 30 seconds? 20?
It is 30 seconds.
I mean, it's going to expire.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They'll try and scout the Roshan pit, but this is a long Roshan timing, so it's not going to be up yet. Top lane pushing in as well. We're in for a long game here, Adam. I think
we?
so.
I feel like the next fight is game over, man.
You think? Wait, what if Execration?
If Execration lose? I mean, my eyes are on Tino. It's refresher Enigma. I'm sure he's shouting at his team, kill Rubik, guys, we win. Kill Rubik, we win. But Pichu's just been doing a really good job of just chilling in the back.
Let's see. Well, he's only smoked up on his own. This Roshan, he's back in 30.
And I almost wish Shanks would sell his Pavis for the eggs. I feel like this eggs rocket flare is the key to this fight. Finding Aster. I say that, but Ninja Gear on Pichu. They're walking up actually, Aster. Oh,
They are
they're gonna
indeed.
Oh,
Oh, Monet's going to maybe perhaps scout out the rest
gonna
of them.
see-
He
oh,
has
they see the
indeed. Look at
Enigma.
that. They got the Hex there onto Enigma. Enigma dead. No buyback. TA gone as well. TA is dead. Palos, Hex up. Nowhere to run. He's going to be able to use the
My
BKB,
God,
but not the
this
Shadow
guy's fast
Dance. Absolute team wipe from Aster. They take out almost the rest of Execration with only the clockwork remaining. Who has to TP out.
Where's the detection? Monet just walked in with Silver Edge. Second rapier.
Second rapier. Alright. Exciting times.
He has minus 22 damage. Am I crazy?
Bottom tower is under attack.
What? My Dora's bound to it's not me.
Yeah, it's oh, Echo Slam. There onto Slog. Along with the Hex as well. Slog! It's going to be a dieback! It is! Palace down! They go forward onto a bang. GG is called. Game 2 is going to be going to Aster. They will complete this best of 2 series.
Oh man, 10k goal lead is what Execration had. 10,000, but you know, sometimes you don't want to win. Sometimes you want to dive the base. You want to show you're better. Oh, regretting it for sure.
They definitely should. It's really
This
hard.
was not a game they should have lost, man.
I bet you they'll be hitting themselves hard after this. It was definitely a difficult one there. 44-minute victory with Aster able to somehow turn this around here. I mean, XXS, I got to say, did really, really well with the Hex. I mean, Kaka as well, even though he died quite a few times, and Pichu was able to actually come back from the horrible deaths that he had very early on, comes out with this black hole, delays the game even further. They get the rapier onto Monet, and then all of a sudden, seems like the pacing is turned around.
Yeah, well,
Look at that
I don't know,
graph.
I feel like, man, that was. I don't know. You watch his replay, and you're like, guys, we shouldn't dive base. Like, okay, move on with life. Execration, they're in such a good position to take the game, but decided to go tier 3 diving, and Aster punished hard. Then some good plays. Pichu, the stolen black hole was so clutch. If he did not get that black hole off Execration, we've still got the game.
Yeah,
And
they
Monet
absolutely
running in at bottom. God damn.
I know, with that scouts as well, because you were shocked by the fact that they did not have themselves any detection, were you?
I mean, he had sentry on Abing, but I think they just didn't expect the Dusa to like come running in like that.
Yeah. Oh, but wow. Let's have a look at some replays, though, guys. Let's check out what happened today with that series.
This is it. Dude, look at Bob, okay? Look at Bob in this fight. I'm so curious what happened, okay?
Okay.
All right, he sees the Rubik on the left. Okay, black
black
hole
hole.
stolen, and then he blinks. He hits the Rubik and turns around.
Absolutely
You
so
see
great
that?
there. I do.
That was so odd to me. Well, Bob, you just hit him with a warning shot. You expect to one hit the Rubik or what?
Or the reverse. I wonder what was going on there. I was like, why is TA gaining HP? What's going
It's
on?
the reverse black hole.
Some kind of like weird ass
Yeah,
time
this
like, but yeah,
was so big from Pichu.
so big. Wonder if we have any other of the black holes as well.
Was there another black hole? I feel like it wasn't anymore.
I think this was only the one play of the day. This is the play of the day.
Yeah, it was, man. Pichu. That's why they call him the ball. That's why he sucks you into his ball, his green black hole ball.
But he had a hard time though, didn't he? During the early stage, he felt like he was dying quite a lot.
They all had a hard time, man. Let's be real. Monet was like the only one keeping up in there. Sumail wasn't having a good game, but the team fights towards the end, just Execration overplaying their hand. You're asking me, should they go high ground without Aegis? I said no. Execration said yes, let's dive. And you know, I don't really know what to talk about. It's just a lot of an overstep for Execration.
I guess we'll conclude it here. I mean, we had to wait really, really long for that game, and boy, oh boy, did both teams deliver for that final game. And that concludes the third best of 3 series for the day. But ladies and gentlemen, there is one more game to come. We have ourselves Team Aster versus Entity Aster. They are not done. Can they take themselves another 2-0 as we head forward for Entity versus Team Aster next? Find out shortly, because we'll be back in just around about 10 or 20 minutes, maybe perhaps even 5 with
minutes,
how
I
long?
believe.
25 minutes. Right, okay, thank you, Adam. 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for the next best of 3. So stay tuned. We'll be back soon with that final best of 2. I hope I did not say best of 3, or else that would be pretty embarrassing. I think I may have. But yeah, we'll see you in a bit.